The second of 3 games here on this Sunday. We continue with Super Wild Card Weekend here on EA Sports. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
And as we continually grade players, especially quarterbacks, how about this young man? Second year in the NFL, guided his team into the playoffs, and now he wants to show the world that they should buy in on him because he wants to evolve from that young quarterback to that true team leader that takes his team deep in the playoffs.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
That throw by Young incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Young. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. Taking it about the 16. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Lions will take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. At a glance here at their quarterback, standing 6'3".
And he was absolutely sensational throwing the football all year long, better than 40 touchdown passes. That means he made good decisions, and his team trusted him with the ball. So I can't imagine a scenario in this game where they change their philosophy. If they trusted him in the regular season, they're going to trust him now and let him turn it loose.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with a speedster, Jameer Gibbs. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. 15 more yards there and quickly another first down. Hooker's going to throw it. Throw left side complete. That's Gibbs. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. They give him a gain of 38.
This play is a thing of beauty when it works as designed because they let the running back slip out of the backfield and head down the sideline on a wheel route. Number one, it's easy for him to get lost. And number two, really tough for the linebacker to run with him. And this ball is right on the money and leads to a big play.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
The line of scrimmage once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Gibbs straight ahead. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jameer Gibbs. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Lions will strike first here, this wild card matchup. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Panthers about ready to take over. And, you know, listen, there's two ways to get the number 7 seed. You can back into it, or you can charge your way into it and seize it. But ultimately, once you're here, you can throw that out the window. You've got to come to play.
Yeah, you just think of that phrase, any given Sunday or Saturday as the case may be. And even though this is a 2 versus 7 matchup, don't think for 1 second that this game's going to be a pushover. Anything can happen once the playoffs begin.
Now 2nd and 3. Now Young. Short throw underneath to Hurst. Now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Young to throw it. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
And he'll push forward for a couple to the 34.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
Young on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they have to give up the football again after this one.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. And just a net of 31 here. 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. Well, just 2 series in here, Charles, but everything's gone to script so far. They got a touchdown on their first drive. Their defense holds, and now they've got a chance to take a 2-score lead.
And to co-sign with you, exactly the start they scripted up. And really, that kind of start, that can set the tone for the game for them.
They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
And in a situation like this, you're in the 2nd half with the lead, trying to get to the division round. They're going to let him do his thing on the ground, and that's a great run there to pick up a 1st down.
First down throw here. It's Hooker. Finds Gibbs on the check down. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers 30. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Hooker. And his throw is incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Throwing. Hooker. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game. Well, a tough situation to overcome here. 3rd and 17. From the gun, it's Hooker. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with 2nd and goal coming up.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
Once more, Montgomery. And once again, he's going to be pushed backwards. This time back to the 3. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Gibbs. And he pushed forward, but I don't think it's enough. He's going to be about a yard short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. In motion goes the tight end. 4th down to give to Gibbs. And this time he is in. Jahmyr Gibbs with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Lions' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. Young. Short throw underneath to Hurst. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all. Here is 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, it's Young. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Panthers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that
first.
wasn't the first option.
No, not it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag. Completed it very well.
Panther football to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll run with Sanders at the middle, and he'll be taken down at about the 45.
Brandon, you're a big lover of music. How about what you just saw there? This is what I call playing the piano for a defensive lineman. The ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage. How about the way he just flowed and got to the outside part of the field and made that play?
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here is Young. Short throw underneath to Hurst. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah.
Looking for Aguilar, and it's intercepted. Darren Stingley picks it. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And he will bring it back. An interception return for the Lions. Touchdown. Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, it had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they've delivered.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. And this, you'd hate to say that a drive in the first half must end in points, but you're down 21-0. They're going to have to get something going fairly quickly.
I would agree totally with that, because if you're going to mount the comeback, it's going to have to come in bits and pieces. It doesn't just all come at one time, right? We haven't seen anything more than a 6-point touchdown ever in this game, right? So that's how it has to be done. Get points on the board now. Start your comeback. But you're exactly right. Let's get it going right here in this spot.
A first down throw for Young. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Up the middle they go with Sanders. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
It's been tough sledding on the ground, but after that first down pickup, they've got to gain a little bit more confidence and feel good about starting a new set of downs, trying to move the ball.
Okay, right?
Right back to Sanders on first down. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. Second down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Meanwhile, the throw by Young was knocked away and incomplete.
I think that's a big-time play there, because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he was able to bat it away.
The line to gain is the 33 on third down. Throwing, Young. Quick hitter here, it's complete. But he won't quite make it. He needed 6, he got about 5. Fourth down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? Third down, they just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
So they do come up with their first points of the game, but Charles, the question is going to shift to their defense.
Yeah, the way things have gone, 3 points could become insignificant fast if this grows to 28-3 or 35-3. They need this defense to come up with a stop, and they need to do it now.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. But Jahmyr Gibbs and the Lions offense getting set once again. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back. And that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. Hooker on first down. His throw incomplete.
I wouldn't be shocked at all right now if there's a look of surprise on the big fella's face, because he had the route that he wanted, running the corner, and usually he's able to use his body and catch the football, but a really nice play by the defenders, able to knock it away.
On second down, here's Gibbs. There's the stiff arm. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
Gibbs will try and pick it up. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 41 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. Solid running there. And, CD, we hear so much about what it takes to win in the playoffs. Most people like to include having a strong running game in their assessment. And with this man in the backfield, this group has a strong running game without a doubt.
Oh, I absolutely agree with you there because in terms of yardage, he's a top 5 running back in the league. And in terms of impact on a game, not many better than him. And when they're flowing and he's carrying the ball consistently, they're tough to beat.
Hooker throwing again on second down. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Oh, boy, partner, did that just happen? I've got my hand over my eyes right now because, like him, it's going to haunt my dreams, too. He was wide open. How did he overthrow him there?
Defensively, just very lucky. You know that they got away with one there. Third down, Hooker looks to throw it. And that will be incomplete.
That might be the third down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route, the drag, and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with him for that line.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone, and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And Young's throw there incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on to punt for Carolina. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And he'll take it just outside the 40. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10. Jahmyr Gibbs and the rest of the offense headed back out. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
Meanwhile, Hooker's throw complete there to St. Brown. And he's taken down inside the 30. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Off play action. Here's Hooker. And that's going to be incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here. Eventually wrangled down before reaching the 20, but a strong run.
It It looks like, yes, it is 6 defensive backs on the field for Carolina.
They're going with a dime set. They'll try and pick it up by running the action to the right. And he will slide to a hold at the end of that one. Give him 4 yards as he does it himself, and it's a first down. So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the first down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the first down, get a new set, and let's start over.
And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Left sideline, a dime, and it looks like he's got it. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
He may go back to the huddle and have a little discussion with his passer. You know, maybe you don't have to leave me quite that much. But on that play, bailed him out in a big way, didn't he?
He did indeed. Hey, at least he gets to put it on the highlight reel.
Looking to throw. Hooker.
The quick slant caught. And in for the Lions. Touchdown.
Jamison Williams.
A 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Lions continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And a rout is on here in this first half.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. The Panthers going to go back on offense here late in this first half. Things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half.
That throw by Young incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now here's Young. Pressure, he's brought down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando and we check it.
Well, look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the third quarter.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin.
One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. And the Lions getting set to go on offense to start the third. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
On the give, here's Gibbs.
And a pretty little juke move there on a nice game.
60 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And that will hit and continue on out of bounds. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the 2nd half.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the 2nd half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Give him 15 there. The Panthers have a 1st down. Young to throw it. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And Young's throw there incomplete. Fair to say it hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
3rd down, Young from the gun. And that will be incomplete as well.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. That's pulled in at the 32.
A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt.
And out will come the offense as they take over.
Jameer Gibbs in the Lions offense getting set once again.
He is hoping to find the end zone for a 3rd time, and we sit now in the 3rd quarter.
And nothing would excite him more, but I think even more so, his offensive line. Anytime you've got a guy scoring that many times, that means you've done a really nice job in front of him.
You're always giving props to the big fellas up front.
It's always a good idea. Those are some massive men.
2nd and 6.
They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left.
2nd down, and they go back to Gibbs.
And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Here now, 3rd and a yard.
They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Well, just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our 2nd half blowout material.
throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
This defense could use some more of these types of plays. How about him reading it, driving on the football, and he's right there for the pass breakup.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Hooker. He's got it to Williams. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Now back to the ground. Here's Gibbs. The 20. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Lions have got it on cruise control. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. The possession of the football goes over to Carolina. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Now that ground game just continues to struggle to really get any momentum in this ball game, Charles. And you're at the point here, 3rd quarter, down 4 scores, probably going to have to put it in the air.
Oh, no question about it. So that's your only chance, your only opportunity. But think of the pressure you just put on your offensive line, because if you're a pass rusher, you're not even thinking about them running the football. All you're doing is getting into that sprinter stance and going after the quarterback.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 47 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. They'll try to throw now. Young. That is incomplete.
But plain and simple, that's the 2nd time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Young will set to throw. He's got a man. That's Marshall.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Sanders. And he has the 1st down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45.
We ought to come up with a T-shirt and sell it that says, no indecision on 3rd and 1. And we didn't see it on that run, did we? Got his shoulders square, just got right into the line of scrimmage and picked it up.
Absolutely. Picked his lane, went with it, and converted. Meanwhile, Young's throw here on target to Hurst.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that will bring up second down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Third and short yardage. Young.
Short throw underneath to Hurst. And he is going to have a Panthers first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Young.
That swung out wide to Sanders.
He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. 1 quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. Back now at Ford Field. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. It's Young on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be second down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
2nd and 5.
To throw, Young. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers.
Jamal Agnew.
An 18-yard touchdown grab.
And the Panthers are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And that will cut this lead down to 25. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. The Lions offense set to take over.
And they have made this look easy. I mean, there's not supposed to be anything easy about the NFL playoffs, but this lead, yes, they're at home, but this has been impressive.
And we hear all the time when upsets happen, teams go on the road, that maybe home field advantage isn't all it's cracked up to be. But you and I both know the reality is teams really fight hard to get it. Why? You don't ever have to change routine. Everything's familiar going into the game. It makes things easier, and that has paid off for them in a big way in this contest.
2nd down and 4.
They send Stills in motion.
Here's Hooker to throw it.
He's airing it out for Williams. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Detroit.
Jamison Williams
with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Lions have sewn this one up as they add to their lead here in the 4th. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25.
Carolina getting set to take the field.
We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Young to throw it. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there.
Only 3 there on the screen at second down.
Okay, ready?
Young. Short throw underneath to Hurst. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up third down.
The Panthers on third down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 4. That throw by Young incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position.
Hooker to throw on 1st and 10. That's complete. It's Okurobenam.
Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up.
Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, are going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Right side to Williams.
And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. They'll get 34 yards there.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the 3rd quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the 4th quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
They'll run with Montgomery. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown.
David Montgomery,
A 5-yard touchdown run.
and the Lions continue to pour it on here in the 4th. Oh, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here.
And at this point, maybe you say, it was a good effort really just to make the playoffs. They couldn't win their division but did earn a wild card berth. It does appear, however, that their season is just a few minutes away from ending in one-and-done fashion.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
Second down, Young. That's the tight end, Hurst with it. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
And Young's throw there incomplete.
Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
Here's Johnny Hacker now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. Jamison Williams and the Lions get set for this next possession. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 64 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. They just look like they're having fun out there. Big lead. There's another big play on the big run. I mean, they can't be stopped.
I'm a little bit older than you, as you well know, partner, and you tend to tell me that all the time. But it used to be a big-time song, and the lyric was, "Summertime and the living is easy." Right now, it's football time, and the running is easy for this crew.
Tackled there by Ashawn Robinson, who used to be a member of these Detroit Lions. 2nd and 9 from the 44. They'll go to Montgomery to try to wind some clock. And he'll be tackled at the 45 following a gain of just 2.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Here comes 3rd down and 7. Now Montgomery, he's got it on the draw. And this will wind up a Lions 1st down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. Nifty move. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about to run them into submission.
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Now a 2nd and 6. Up the middle. It's Montgomery. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be giving a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line. Yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Get to the wild card game, check, got that done. Win a wild card game, big check. Now you've got to go ahead and set your sights higher. There is a bigger prize out there, and they still have an opportunity.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Lions as we say so long from Ford Field.